Gaffer, a battling performance on Tuesday in a physical game. Is everyone recovered and raring to go again from that one?
Yeah, I think so. It was, it was a tough night in tough conditions, and yeah, the midweek game when you're away from home throws in a different challenge. You've got to get back and recover. But the lads have done okay. They recovered Wednesday. We trained yesterday, and we've trained well this morning. So yeah, we're ready to go and looking forward to a big test on Saturday.
Now, I know that Stevenage game come a bit of a scrap, but I know you was happy with a lot that we did, especially in the first half, in terms of moving the ball and the ideas that we were implementing.
Yeah, it was the type of game that we expected. That's what Stevenage draw you into, but we tried to still try and play the way we play, and early on in the first half we did well. We got into some really dangerous positions, and unfortunately just didn't manage to get that opening goal. From then onwards, the game became a bit scrappy. The ball was out of play all the time, free kicks every couple of minutes, so there's no real flow to it. Stevenage didn't cause us too many problems from a defensive point of view. Just had one or two balls that bounced around in our penalty box, but in the main I thought we defended them really well, and that's credit to the whole team.
Orient on Saturday, they're quite high scorers, quite high conceded as well, so is that the type of game you're expecting, a bit of maybe an end-to-end?
Yeah, it'll probably be a different type of game than Tuesday night for sure. They're a team who I've got the leading goal scorer in the league. Richie has found another centre forward who's got himself on fire in Don Ballard, and he's playing really well. He scored a hat-trick against Reading the weekend and should have had 5. There was 2 goals that were ruled off for offside. That was debatable, but yeah, they're playing well. So they score a lot of goals, but as you've just said, they concede a fair few as well, so we have to be mindful of that.
We were there early in the season. It took a moment of magic from Mario to get us something out of the game, so we know what to expect from them, and the type of game it's going to be. Yeah,
so when we went down there, it was a good game actually. 2 teams played some decent stuff. They surprised us with how they set up down there. I remember in the first game, I don't think there'll be as many surprises in this one because they've been playing a more consistent shape recently. As I say, they've just come off a really good result at home, so I don't think there'll be many surprises, but we'll do our best to try and get all 3 points. I thought we deserved the point down there in the first game, and hopefully we can go one better this time.
Been really solid defensively, especially in the last 2 games, so should we be hoping if we can just add a bit more threat at the other end, and it's a perfect combination for us?
We've got a good defensive record. We've conceded the second or third fewest goals in the league, and we're, as a team, we've really improved on that this season. Now, that doesn't mean that we haven't had good attacking chances either, because we have. The evidence is there, but we just need to be more clinical with the chances that we get. We've been guilty of being wasteful at times. I think the goalkeepers against us in certain games certainly at home recently have made big saves. Thinking of the Mansfield game, where their goalie made a few big saves, but that's on us really to be more clinical and score when we get them opportunities, because we get enough of them. So yeah, try and focus on being clinical on Saturday.
In terms of the January transfer window, is that an area that you might look to improve? I know it's a case of being patient, but like you say, an area that you might look to strengthen.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think we're always looking to strengthen in all the departments of the team. Whatever area of the pitch we feel as though we can get a better player or we need cover, then we'll try and do that. But as I say, it's quite apparent what we need, or areas of the pitch that we need to try and strengthen. So we're working really hard to try and do that. Whether we get that done before tomorrow's game, probably not now, but hopefully early next week. Yeah.
Joe Randall left us earlier in the week on loan. Is that just a decision that was probably best for all parties?
Yeah, look, it's one of them. We have a big squad, and everyone's kind of been fit and available for the majority of the first half of the season, and then when you're looking for players who you think can push you on in the second half of the season, you have to make a decision. I had probably 2 or 3 players, 4 really if you include the strikers, that could play in that number 10 position, and we can't just stockpile players in one area. So with Joel not featuring in recent squads, we decided the best thing for him is to go and try and play football elsewhere. I don't think since he's been here over the last 12 months it's really took off for him. That doesn't mean he won't make a success here of it, but just right now probably wasn't the right time for him.
And just in terms of team news ahead of the weekend, there's been an update on Marcus Force ahead of that one.
Yeah, unfortunately Marcus has picked up quite a serious hamstring injury, so he's going to be missing for a little while. It's not going to be one that's just a couple of weeks. bit more of a higher grade tear. So we don't know exactly what it's going to be. But yeah, we'll be without him for the foreseeable future, and we wish him well in his recovery, because he's a great lad, and it's not easy when you have a serious one like that.